Okay,
Good evening. My name is Frankie Kington, known as a wise entrepreneur. This is my YouTube channel. My guest speaker is Roger Bertrand. And we're going to talk about today, this evening, the secrets of who we are and what we do. And why do we do it? Roger, good evening. How are you, Roger?
I'm good, Frankie.
Would you
I'm
like to
good.
explain to us what you do, Roger?
What do I do? Okay, I s- one of the thing I do is that I opened a YouTube channel in 2015, but did nothing with it until last year. And the reason why I got on to doing it is because my wife, at the time being disabled, needed to be looked after. So I was just cracking my brain to see what I could really do from home. So I could work from home, do something I enjoy, and at the same time being able to look after Gwen. Unfortunately, she passed in February this year, on the 22nd, just about a week or so before this country came into lockdown. So I was not in a good place, as you can imagine. However, I was lucky enough to have a former bubble with Michael, who comes here once a week because I live alone now. So allowed to do that. The one and only Michael. Thank you, Michael, for being here and training me in doing the editing and the videos because that was a long haul and it still is, still a lot to learn. So, but I have also developed a passion through it because I have been doing public speaking too, and I love talking. I really do.
Do you?
And I really do, yeah. And I don't mind talking in front of the camera. But my challenge is not really talking in front of the camera. For some people, it is, but for me, it's another type of challenge I need to face, which is to actually get my mind into doing the editing myself. So he's been teaching me to do that with VideoPad, and because at the beginning everything was a mystery, and that's including uploading a video, just as simple as that. For some people, it's just a piece of cake, but it wasn't for me. Okay, so that was my challenge. Now, with the reason why I am fairly comfortable in front of cameras is that once I've been given the chance, that was well before the lockdown, to speak on the TV channel, um, not a mainstream channel, but and uh, and the lady who was doing it uh, was actually so I had to be on my toe. I was with somebody else as well at the same time. Okay, and that's probably gave me the confidence to do it because I think we spoke for about an hour on television, and it was around the topic was around homelessness at the time. So that's probably gave me a good stand and about doing videos. Okay, so what do I do? I love connecting with people. Yeah, I love to create connection and networking with people because we can always learn something from other people. As much as we can teach them something, we can also learn a lot from other people, whether they, you know, and that's what I really do believe. It doesn't matter if they are CEO or not CEO or just, somebody who's employed at any level, we can always learn something from other people. That's what I really do believe. And that's one of the reasons why I love to create connections. And I love to create connections because I'm also interested in people from living in other countries, how things are over there. So in other words, in cultures, what the differences are with the culture in the UK, with the culture in France, the culture in Europe, and all that. And God knows how many differences there are. Well, you can only have to turn the TV on. It doesn't take long to see straight away what the differences are. Okay, so I'll leave that to the viewers to work out, if I may say, put it that way. So I am also interested very much in people's stories and how they've overcome their challenges and how we can help each other to overcome our challenges in um, in different ways. That makes sense.
That's
Okay.
really valuable, Roger. Thanks for sharing that. Just touching on what I do. and a mentor and a coach. And how many people have mentored and coaches in our lives, ladies and gentlemen? Think about that. Because mentors and coaches are all around us. And a mentor is somebody who's passionate or has empathy or who cares for another person and brings out skills in that person's life which he didn't know he had. Or he can teach them skills and help them to get better at the skills which they need for their lives. So mentoring plays a big part in society. Everybody needs a mentor. You can mentor in sports, in jobs, opportunities. You can mentor in faiths. You can mentor in any aspect of what you do in your daily life. What job you do, what profession you do, what skills you don't know, what skills you'd like to know. And the beauty about a mentor is a mentor as a mentee. And the mentor and the mentee form a special relationship to grow together. And if it's a special relationship, the mentor will learn from the mentee and the mentee will learn from the mentor. So it's a win-win situation.
Okay.
I mentor in business, leadership, lifestyle, spiritual, and self-development. That's what I mentor in coaching. That is what I do as an entrepreneur, as well as other expertises of skills as well, which I'll share with you later.
And then so you asked, yeah. So what I would add to this is that at the beginning of this massive problem that the world is facing, some people don't believe in it. Well, saying that I can't be skeptical anymore, even if I was, because I know somebody from Morecambe. I knew him personally, not as a friend as such, because I spoke to him a few times through friends that we have in Morecambe, and we have had for a very long time, me and my wife, and I'm still in touch with them. And it's only about a couple of weeks ago that he told me, I'm not going to tell his name, I don't think that's respectful. I'll call him John. John just died of what? COVID-19, he told me. And he said he didn't believe in it, but he died from it. Okay, so that's important to mention. He was 65. He was the age of my wife. Okay, which, yeah, anyway, let's not continue, be sad in a minute. So let's go back to what we're saying. So I think that on top of that, because of all what's going on, and you mentioned about being a mentor and a coach, and I think that right from the beginning about this pandemic, because I mentioned it, I think the governments and should have done something about mental health right from day one. Right from day one.
But that's our responsibility, Roger, as entrepreneurs.
Yeah, I'm not saying. I'm not saying it's just the government responsibilities. I'm not saying that, but because they took action to lower the country down, to protect citizens. Anyway, that's what the goal of the government. Okay, but at the same time, let's not forget, we are not built to live in isolation. We are built to have contact, and it's bound to create mental health issues.
Yeah.
Suicide rate, so suicide rate has shoot up with men by a lot. I don't know with women, perhaps less with women, but in men, that's absolutely gone through the roof.
Yeah.
So basically one word on that, Frankie. So I think mentor will have a massive role in the future. If we can position ourselves in mentoring and coaching people, we could perhaps be a massive help in mental health issues. And so what I would say, this should have been taken into account right from day one, because they only looked at one side of the problem, but they didn't look at what the consequences could be. Yeah. And I think there will be many other people who are going to take their own life. I don't think it's going to stop just as we speak now, unfortunately. So anyway, so mentoring and coaching, compassion. This world lacks of compassion. Our leaders lack of compassion. There is no doubt about that.
Yeah, and we need compassion.
One word, sorry, Frankie. They probably see it as a sign of weakness. But to me, no. Compassion is a sign of strength. Anyway, over back to you, Frankie.
You're right there, Roger. Thank you for sharing that. Roger talked about compassion. I honestly believe as well, with mentors and coach, obviously we cared about people. But how many times have people bottled stuff up inside them? How many people hold things in? So me, as a public speaker, that's why I want to public speak, because I used to hold a lot of things in my life. So for me to public speak, I can let out what I want the world to hear, because I feel that I want to share a story with the world to inspire people who've lost hope, or feel hopelessness, or feel lonely, or feel down, or feel sad. So if you've got a story, guys, as a public speaker, share your story. These industries, what I'm in, are very lucrative. If you're really suffering and feel down, public speaking, mentoring, coaching might be the career or the profession which will really help you expand your heart and come out of feeling trapped or lonely or sad inside. Because we can have everything, but on the inside in our hearts, if we're not happy, it can make us very sad, or we can do something stupid or do something we regret. So it's always about the heart. Public speaking, it's about getting out what you're bottling up inside, because that makes us ill. I have a great coach called Maria Kompanowski. She's my business coach. She's been through so much as well, so we can share a lot of the information, what we've been through in our past lives. And we bring it out through mentoring, coaching, and public speaking. And people will pay to hear your story. People will pay to see your qualities and gifts, what you can offer them. And if you can solve a solution for somebody's life, you're going to be very valuable. So remember, I'm a business, leadership, lifestyle, spiritual, self-development mentor and coach. If you feel I could help you, I'd be more than happy to do that. And you know where to find me. I have my YouTube channel. I have a member site called memby.com/Frankie-Kington. And I have a couple of social media sites as well, where you'll see me on social media: Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. So please remember, guys, we're here to help as many people as we can solve a problem. Could I be that problem that I could solve for you? I'm sure Roger could help you with a lot of problems as well. Any last tips, Roger, or anything what you feel you'd like to say to the viewers and the audience what are watching our YouTube today?
Okay, what I would say, guys, out there, if you have an issue, even if you don't have an issue at all, don't hesitate to reach out. I think that's really important. Don't, as Frankie mentioned it earlier, don't keep inside, because when you bottle up, one day it's going to explode. So that's probably, personally, when I was younger, I used to be able to express myself a lot. I didn't keep anything inside. My brother was a bit the opposite. And so personally, I think it's so important to be able to reach out, express yourself. If you need to speak to someone, speak to a friend, you can confide in, and that kind of thing, especially during this awful time we are going through.
Roger, let's share. What is your passion? Tell everybody.
Well, my passion basically is I did a course on public speaking. I did join Toastmasters a few years ago. It's a little while since I went. We do a lot of things on Zoom. I'll have to check again when the days are, so I can regularly attend again, because I really did enjoy Toastmasters experience. Toastmasters, for people who don't know, is a voluntary organization throughout the world. It comes from America, and it's about public speaking. And then you do impromptu speeches in the first half of the session, and in the second half you do prepared speeches. I'm not going to put you off for those who want to do it. Okay, so there is no pressure. And it's a very good way to improve your confidence, because it's a welcoming place to go to. So it's a good place to fail, because if you don't fail, you won't succeed. Okay, that makes sense. I hope it does. And after that, I did a course with Speak Up Challenge on public speaking. And I know my speak in January I gave had some good success because John mentioned it, I think a couple of times in our meetings on YouTube. So that gave me a lot of confidence. And after which I started my YouTube channel just 12 months ago. I opened it before that, but never did anything with it. And luckily with my bubble friend Michael, who knows quite a lot about editing and YouTube, a lot more than me anyway, to be able to teach me, because to me, uploading a video at the very beginning was also a mystery. For some people, it's probably a click away, but for me at the time, it wasn't. Okay, so we all different. We all learn different ways and stuff like that. Okay, and then we must not compare. That's another perhaps something I want to add. If I had compared myself to other YouTubers at the beginning, to other people who can edit just like that, or people who can do what used to take me hours, they used probably to do it in an hour. If I had compared myself at the beginning with other people being a lot quicker than I was, doing the editing and the uploading, the description and this and that and the other, including thumbnails, then I probably would have given up. At the end, I would have said, oh, it's too much for me. But because I didn't compare myself with other people, then, my mind was free then. So please, guys out there, don't compare yourself with other people, whatever you do. Yeah. So that's becoming my passion, because YouTube has given me the opportunity also to connect with people, and the other opportunity is given me is to, especially in confinement, is to be able to do a lot of activities at home from home. Okay. And so that's a great advantage of YouTube. So yes, I mean, I could probably carry on. So my passions are connect with people. I like to hear about people's stories and how we can overcome our obstacles and challenges, and we can make our life better, for the better, and stuff like that. And my other challenge and also passion is about languages and culture. So at the moment, so I will have another channel about French, but not just French language, French culture, but not just in France. In France, in Quebec or Quebec and Belgium, because I have family in Belgium. We now have a friend in Quebec, haven't we? Deb, who has also a YouTube channel, Deb Esplin. Okay, that's it, Francis, what I've got to say. And guys out there, please do reach out if you need to. Speak to somebody.
Thank you so much, Roger. Very, very valuable information you shared about you, who you are. And it's great to hear your passion. It's so important to have a passion. But what is my passion? My passion is mentoring, coaching, and public speaking, because I know the importance of these three lucrative industries. We've shared this throughout our lives, mentoring and coaching, and it's important that we go back to it as we get older as adults. Public speaking, people want to hear the story. If you've got a story to inspire people, they're going to want to hear it, and they may pay you a lot of money to do that as well. What about speaking all over the world? What about inspiring people through the struggles and the challenges what you've had? As I said,
Personally, I would love to do that, because I've actually unlocked something in me when I did that public speaking.
yeah,
Yeah, I really did. I felt free when I did it.
good.
And I know now I can speak in front of an audience, but not just that. I can have a conversation with people in the audience.
That's really good. And Maria Kompanowska is my business coach and Roger's business coach. And you'll see us a lot on Dolphin Seminars, her business platform, where we do a lot of networking and masterminding and building relationships through business as an entrepreneur. So you'll find us on there, and look out for Maria Kompanowska. She's a fantastic coach. We network with some great people like John Bullock, who's a pain point coach who improves our performances and helps us get better. So look out for them two people, please, on YouTube, who we work very closely with. And please build networks of friendships, networks of people who can help you and encourage you to do better what you can do at your profession. That is so important, to network, coach and mentor with the best, and look for the mentors and coaches and stick with them for the rest of your life. They will help you to become the thought leader or entrepreneur or the leader in society, what we know you're destined to be. As Roger said, always ask for help. Never be ashamed to ask for help. It's a sign of intelligence, and it's a sign of a leadership, and it's a sign of somebody who may become a genius at what his professions are and what he needs to do in society. So I hope I've shared some of our skills and our passions, what me and Roger do, because I'm into youth development. You can find me on Facebook at Empowering Youth Development. I have Inspiring Voice on my personal Facebook page, and I have fan pages. I'm on Instagram and social media sites as well, and you can see me all over social media. And I'm always promoting what I do and just want to help just that one person. If it's one person a year who I can help to transform their lives through mentoring, coaching, public speaking, and other skills what me and Roger have, I'd love to do that. So you know where to find us on our YouTube channels, Roger's World of Adventure. My editor's called Frankie Kington. I've got a homegrown foods channel, and I'm looking at hopefully developing mentoring coaching channel. So please look out for that, viewers. Give us some feedback, guys. You know what we do now and what we're passionate about. And I'm passionate about youth and making sure they become the leaders of the 21st century, because I know we're going to need them. Yeah. So please, I hope you've got value out of this YouTube. If you like it, subscribe, leave us a comment, hit the notification bell. You know where to find me and Roger. I appreciate you. Happy Christmas to you all. Have a great new year, and please hold on to your dreams and implement them for the new year into society, because that people will need you guys more than ever. So please live up to your dreams and hold it in your heart and execute it. So thanks again for tuning into my channel. I appreciate you. Have a great time at Christmas. Warmest wishes, and take care to you all. Stay safe. Thanks, Roger. Merry Christmas, my dear friend. Thanks for your input, and take care.
Okay, bye-bye for now.
Thank you. Bye.